Hello everyone, it is me, Peep, and welcome back to Movie Night. This is part 4. I am on a roll today. This is my second episode in a day, I think. Yeah, I finished the second, actually technically 3. It doesn't really matter. Let's get right into it, alright? So we're gonna see what happens if we say this. Let's go over here. Gee, that was very mean of you. Why would you say that? You... Oh. Really need to stop doing that with all of my friends. I can't. It's so damn funny. They fall for it. All of them. Every single time. You didn't really think she was gonna murder you, did you, human? Yes. Don't worry, she won't do anything to you. But I could. But she won't. But I could. And then, honey, please, death threats are not polite. Sorry, babe. Ever through the phone, she managed to stare at you dead in the eyes. I could. Alright, so let's skip. No, I hate anime. Oh my gosh, why are they all looking at me like that? Uh-oh. You disgust me. What have you done, kid? You're a fool, ain't you? Your mind is too tiny to understand how great anime is, but since we're your friends and we all love you, well, try to change your mind. Don't take it personal, but your opinion is just wrong. And your waifu probably isn't real. Come on, Paps, let's convert some fools. I don't have waifus, I have husbands, and Sans is right here, okay? This is for your own good, human. Someone said anime? Good luck, kid. You'll need it. And then we get the same ending. You wake up still disliking anime. Never trust, okay. Same ending, yada yada yada. So we don't need to do that. Maybe this? Wait, so you invited the king to a picnic? More like he invited us. He always liked these peaceful, maturist things. Also, he resigned from his king career. I figured up here there were enough people in charge. Oh, I guess they are on the surface. I don't know, I'm confused, because how is it snowing, but then not? I don't know. He's now just a consultor of some sort, which for him is great. He gets money by telling humans stupid stuff about monsters. Wish that were me. He has a lot of free time, so he can work on getting his life back. His wife doesn't seem to agree too much, but at least now she can tolerate being in the same room with him. That's a start. Seriously, don't believe what the news say. He's the kindest dude you'll ever meet. Poor guy does some bad stuff, but hey, we all do some fuck-ups from time to time. I mean, he killed children, so... I mean, I get it, but like, you know, I don't think you killed a bunch of children, as far as I know, Sans. Even guys say something like, earring is human. I like to think that's valid for monsters too. You're about to reply when you hear the door crack open. Sans, I'm home. Is human with you? Did you wait for me? Yep, we've been good. You've been very great indeed. Not as great as me, but please don't be sad. You are great in your own way. It's just unfair to compete with perfection. You would never dare to compete with you, Pap. That's a burden. I am destined to borrow till the end of my days. But anyway, I brought food. He lifts the 2 cheap plastic bags, so swollen they look like they could explode at any moment. Everything about these bags frightened you. Enough! Though I had some problems finding a genuine store and activity at this time of the day. Actually, it's night. Shutting down all the same hour doesn't seem very efficient market strategy. But what do I know about human norms and conventions? A lot, but there is still so much to learn. Anyhow, back to the food. Here it comes. I brought frozen pizza. That, of course, it can replace my intrigued handmade pasta. Not that such a thing was invented yet. And I'm sure about that because I'm the only one who could ever top my cooking masterpiece. Anyway, this is not pasta, but it's very close. It's like pasta, but more round and big, and you eat it with hands. Yeah, we do eat it with hands. You go set up the movie while I go heat up the pizzas. You heard the boss, dude. Can we kiss? Oh my god! Oh my gosh! The evening went smoothing from there. Papyrus chose Coco, even if he admitted that the skeletons with eyes gave him the creeps. You discovered it being his favorite movie. Not only because of the charming skeleton that looks like him, he really cared to underline. Apparently it was the 12th time he rewatched it, but he ended up catching a lot of tears in his eyes anyways. At some point, Sans thanked you for sitting through it without cracking jokes for prior's sake, like you were somehow forcing yourself to watch it. You then replied gently, but firmly, to shut the heck up because it was a beautiful movie, and he should thank all the gods and goddesses who dropped it straight out of heaven. He laughed when, against your better judgment, you cried and ate pizza at the same time. Wow. That was just beautiful. In the end, it was a really fun evening. Nothing less or nothing more than what you expected. You couldn't wait for the next movie night. A movie night indeed. Aww. That's perfect. Okay, so I think I'm gonna load a completely different save file or something like that. Maybe? What did I say here? Oh. Whoa, really? Not even something else to watch? Nope, it was Metaton and only Metaton. Every day, all day. Really, a TV with more than 2 channels sounded like a dream at the time. Yet he chooses to watch Metaton. What can I say? Old habits are hard to kill. Also, maybe it's because we've been under a rock until now, but I don't get your stuff. You guys like to watch people fold a giant paper? In your defense, that episode of Mythbusters was extremely interesting. Who never wondered what's the true limit of paper folding? Are there really such closed-minded people that never pose themselves this problem? Those guys got paid to fold paper and blow some stuff up. Hey, that's your dream job. If someone offered to pay you to fold some papers and blow some shit up, you'd accept before they finish writing the contract. At the mentions of explosion, you'd already be out the door blowing up the manager's car. I don't know, man. Humans do a lot of shady stuff. Jumping from buildings, jumping from planes, jumping from hot air balloons. A lot of jumping, actually. Like, that's weird. I don't get that. You are so fragile. You go out of doing all this crazy shit. I've never seen anything more determined to stay alive, yet sometimes looks like the closer you are to almost death, the better. Yeah, you suppose that is weird, isn't it? Why are you gonna say it like that, Sans? Like, come on, man. Like, you gotta make me uncomfortable? I honestly don't even know how you survive as long as you have. You tell Sans about the time he touched the stove to see if it was hot. I did that! Because my brother was like, oh, this is hot. Like, why would you heat it up without a pan? And so I touched it and I burnt my fingers. It was. Yep, it was. Dear Asgore. See? You guys are nuts. I'm sorry. Oh my god. It's because that actually happened to me, so that's really funny. But the shadiest stuff happens in supermarkets. That's like the best place to find weirdos. When I'm bored, I just go to see what my buddies at the supermarket are up to. Like, there was this girl buying milk once, and we immediately had a deep connection or something because we were both wearing slippers. And she stares at me dead in the eye sockets for a couple of seconds, gives me a thumbs up, and opens a gallon of milk, still staring at me. She sniffs it or something, and then she goes, nice, and leaves buying only the gallon of milk. Never saw her again. Damn, that's a shame. You'd love to meet this psychopath. She sounds like a memer. It's precisely your kind of psychopath. I know, right? She looks like a lot of fun. That wasn't even funny. Stop it. Why are you smiling? But yeah, supermarkets are wild. You know, you know alright. Not to brag, but you had your fair share of weird encounters, some of which you'd rather forget, but at least they make for a decent story to tell at parties. Ooh, okay. We get more options, yes! Tell about the bread. Please do. Oh, so you were at the supermarket minding your own business, buying some crackers, and at some point this tall, lanky hipster dude with headphones and checkered shirt comes in the cracker aisle, and you remember thinking he was in high school, because he looked like he loved to brag but hated confrontation. Anyway, he stopped in front of the sandwich breads section, opened his arms, and just embraced everything the length of his arms would allow him to embrace. At this point, you were dead-ass staring at him to see what the heck he was gonna do. And as you do that, he was trying to walk away. One of his breads falls down. He still stands still. As he turns around, he notices you. And then he tries to murder you? He didn't try to murder you. He looked at you, looked at the bread, looked at you again, and said, you can have that one. And just fucking walked away. That's so threatening. You took it? Of course you did! Well, that was a loaf to unpack. Oh god, no, 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 no! You're not doing this. Don't try to hide. I know this is your jam. No, it wasn't. You weren't trying at all. You weren't trying at all costs to keep your mouth shut and not laugh. Nope. Nuh-uh. Even if you cover your mouth, I can still see that smile. Sugar. Oh! You better stop. You better stop. Ah, shut up, Sans. Great, not only had you tried not to laugh, but also not to blush. You really were walking on the edge with how much laughter someone could contain inside them. You're really at your limit with this. Let me hear that sweet laugh. And there you go. Part of your horrible sense of humor is seriously, these were not even that funny. Part for covering your embarrassment, you explode. Your gingerly laugh soon accompanied by the Sans low chuckle. High from the too much breathing, too much fast. You decide it's a good idea to throw a pill at him. He avoids it with a sniper-like precision. Something wrong, Cupcake? No! No, 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 no! No, no. Don't you dare donut talk with me. What? I knew I liked you for a good reason. Oh my god! No freaking way. No. That came out wrong. He panicked. He's panicking. No, he's panicking. And good lord, you are too. Did he even mean it that way? Of course he didn't. How stupid of you to think so. Then why, it totally looks like he did. What the heck is one supposed to do after receiving an accidental confession? You bring your hand to your cheeks to ground yourself, and they are burning you. You don't even want to imagine how stupid you looked, and you weren't even the one who confessed. He should be dying of embarrassment, not you! To his defense, he was also a puddle of nerves, Bones, but still, you need to work on your poker face. I didn't mean to. Well, maybe I did mean, but I didn't mean to break it to you like that. Didn't mean to break it at all. Oh boy. I ruined everything, did I? I'm sorry. That was stupid of me to say. I'm just very confused. I guess, I don't know. I never felt like this before. Feels weird and all over the place. Oh, I feel so bad. He's not even looking at us. Don't exactly know what to do with it. You think you know what to do with it. Oh my gosh. No, we gotta kiss him. We can smooch him right here, right now. Smooch? Is that mess? In that mess, that is your brain, different enchantings overlap and outloud each other. You can clearly distinguish a mild smooch, and less organized and panicked. Why? Well, whatever, he confessed. He likes you and you like him back. What's holding you back? Just smooch the heck out of each other? That sounds like fun, but you see, bud, I don't have lips, so dang it, you always forget the lips thing. It won't stop you next time, but yeah, that might have been too much for someone who just accidentally confessed his feelings. You suggest a date instead. That I can do. I'd love it. I'd love to go on a date with you. Yeah! At that exact moment, you hear a loud knock coming from the door. You and Sans shared confused looks with each other. Did someone say... Oh no. Date? Papyrus, no. Papyrus, yes. He swings his plastic bags from the supermarket like they were nunchucks. Oh boy. The bags are thrown approximately in direction to the kitchen. It is a strange and yet for you an unfortunate coincidence that I, the great Papyrus, am an expert of the dating practice. And of course, being your brother, is my responsibility to make sure your first date goes as smooth as butter. Papyrus, please. But is butter truly the smoothest ingredient? Sans looks at you, and you can see in his panicked eyes the silent plea for you to do something, but you don't really know if you want to do something. Or maybe is oil the most important liquid to be the smoothest? You decide that, nah, this is completely fine. But as I was saying, don't panic, because I, the great Papyrus, am here. He completely ignores Sans, that is probably in the middle of a heart attack or whatever it is skeletons have instead of hearts, and turns to you. Human, I love you and consider you one of the greatest people I know. That's why I'm so happy you'll go on a date with one of the other greatest people I know. That's my brother, if you were wondering. About time he asked you out, I told him many times not to wait for you to throw him a bone. But I still need to test your dating abilities. Oh no. Sans, if you may leave us alone. Huh, no prob. No, Sans, is he really gonna leave you like that? Have fun, buddy. Apparently. Okay, human, this is probably the most important test you've ever taken. So pay close attention because you will crucially determine the outcome of your date with my brother. Are you ready? Yes. Good. The question is, will you make Sans happy? Yes. Well, that's good enough for me. You're both officially a good match for my brother. Congratulations. Well, that was awfully easy. You're starting to get excited. Being a knight fighting for the love of the damsel didn't sound too bad for a moment. Oh well, you suppose this is fine too. Actually, I just wanted to talk to you alone without Sans per se. See, he's never been the most extroverted skeleton I know. That's a description more fitting to me, of course. But anyway, at some point he started to grow more distant. Kinda sad, and I was very sad as well for him. Even though my best encouragements weren't enough to encourage him, but now he has you. Since he started to hang out with you, he actually acted and looked a lot happier than usual. That's why I know you'll be a great date for him. I'm not really sure what the cause of this, though I have some theories. Nevertheless, the real reason why I wanted to talk to you was thank you for being friends with my magnificent brother. In spite of his questionable habits, and of course, thank you for being my friend too. You don't really know what to say. Your heart feels like it's gonna explode with rainbows. No. You don't have to say anything, human. You have to say nothing, human. Every word of yours, for how much heartfelt they may be, would simply crumble in front of my stupendous auditory abilities. Now let's call Sans back in, shall we? We have a movie night. That must go on. Despite the name, you didn't see any movie that night. Papyrus spent the entire evening planning your date at the expense of a very embarrassed, very inexperienced Sans. Not that Papyrus himself was experienced, but as he said, human experts in marriage don't have to go through several marriages to become considerate experts. So I don't understand why I need to go more than that one date. And honestly, that makes sense than you makes more sense than you expect from something said by Papyrus at 3 a.m. Because yes, he kept talking and planning until late at night. You had nothing to complain about, and you had an absolute blast at some point, and even invested just as Papyrus in your date planning. Which is something weird to say considering the date was in fact your own and not Papyrus's. But anyway, what's important is that you had fun. That was awesome. Sans eventually passed out, and you followed shortly after. Papyrus, you're not sure. Might have stayed awake all night planning as far as you know. You woke up in the morning after the same couch with a post-it note on your forehead. It read, date start. Ending. Did someone say date? Alrighty. That is it for this episode for today. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe. I will of course see you on the next one. Goodbye everyone!